Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Alright, let's talk about something that every guy has seen, every guy has been frustrated by, and honestly, every guy has probably ranted about at some point. Why do girls always pick the bad guys? Like, really? What is it about the dude with the short temper and the toxic lifestyle that makes him so irresistible? Let me know your thoughts, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get into it.
Some women, they just really want to be with the man that got all the girls. And then when they get the guy, they get upset because he's still doing what he's doing. He's still talking to 5 different women. And it's like, well, this is what you worked hard to get. You seen him popping his stuff on social media. You seen that he had multiple women. You were willing to even compete with those women to get him. Now that you have him, you want him to change.
Emotional damage.
Complicated, so complicated when it hurts, but it hurts so good till you take it, till you break it off when it hurts, but it hurts so good, can you say it, can you say it, you love.
How many bad men do you have to go through to keep picking a bad man? You had 8. Your baby daddy bad. Your dad was bad to your mom. Your baby daddy bad. The new nigga you talking to bad. You feel me? You don't like him. You cut him off, and you still gonna go. You don't know what bad look like now.
They don't.
You don't know what bad look like.
You know what I realized? That women are the ones who pick the men. Meaning, like, no matter who pursues who, usually it's the woman who ultimately makes the decision. And that's a problem. I mean, it makes sense that they pick because ultimately women are more committed beings, so they will commit to you faster. But that is the problem. That women will commit so fast and pick the guy without the guy picking her. So then she forces him to a relationship, and then we know how that goes.
God, please send me a decent man. I'm tired of being with my cats. I'm tired of being just alone. I'm just tired of these ain't shit ass niggas. Like, I really
No man, you praying for me?
I really just want a man who's 6'4".
That's me.
You know, who's actually built
like,
and muscular, who has an 8-pack of abs. You
that's
know,
all me.
and I also want someone really.
What's up?
Shut the fuck up!
Damn.
God, mind your business.
Damn. Hey, little sexy ass, how was good with you? Little stupid bride. Really? Wow.
It's an evil world we live in.
Women want men with options. We want to feel like we're picked. We don't want to feel like a guy is just, you know, hoeing around and trying to get with the next chick. And obviously, men, you make your own decisions in life. If you have options and you want to go be a bachelor, go be a bachelor. Go do what you want. You have the option. You have free of will. So does women. Because now we're at the point where women, we claim that we are in men's fields. That's a different topic of itself.
So when y'all say good guy, do y'all think that women always choose like the toxic rough guy over the good guy if he doesn't have like all of those things, or even if he has like the nice job, the house, the car, the stability, and all this and that? Y'all think they still choose the toxic guy over that good guy?
They choose the toxic dude in the beginning because, one, that's what they know, that's what they into, and then once they realize that it's not as stable as they thought, they try to go into the good guy's life and try to get that stability from him.
Okay, so boys want to know, why do girls always pick the bad guys? Let me tell you why this started. Back when we were younger, us girls were told that if a guy was mean to you, he likes you. That logic has stayed with us until when we've got older. So we assume when the bad guys are horrible to us, they like us. That's one thing. Then there's another thing. Sometimes you good guys can like us so much, you become too available, you become a yes boy, you become a little bit annoying to us. Most girls don't want that. The bad boys are more exciting to us. And 9 times out of 10, us girls, we want to change the bad boy. We want a bad boy that everybody likes, but only likes us. We want him to be horrible to everybody else but us. So we try and change him. I haven't known it work for anyone yet.
He was like, we should date. And I was like, no. And he's like, yeah, we'd be good. And I was like, no. And then I like jokingly told my younger sister who had met him, and she was like, oh, he's so great. He's amazing. He's such a nice guy. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly it. Like, I can't be with a guy that's nice. Like, what? And she's like, no, he's so sweet. And I was like, no. And then my sister's voice started getting in my head, and I was like, can I be with a nice guy? Like, should I be with a guy that could actually treat me right? So then I was like, fine. Like, I'll give him a shot. And then I was like, he's amazing.
Stop the cap. I realize a lot of women date emotionally unavailable men. That way they can point the finger, because they're not emotionally available either, and you don't have to do the labor of finding out what's going on with you when you date a man that's worse off than you. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're used to being the one that can't be caught. You're used to being aloof. You're used to not being so when you get with a man who got more red flags than you, it's easier to point at him and say he's the problem, and you walk off and don't do no more work. And then you meet a nigga who actually is emotionally intelligent. You meet a dude that actually does communicate in real time when something is wrong. You meet a dude that actually does have boundaries, and now you look funny in the light. And I'm just saying, I don't know y'all personally. I'm only speaking from my experience. A lot of women be looking funny as in the light, bruh.
So when a girl wants a nice guy but still goes for the bad guy, it's because she's not used to it. She may have been in a toxic relationship. She may have been meeting the wrong men. So when she finally meets a man that is willing to give her exactly what she probably wants and needs, she goes to the bad type because that's all she's used to. That is exactly why these kind of girls, it's all about timing and patience. This kind of girl, she may need to realize, she may need to meet some terrible guys to finally realize, oh my God, I actually need to meet someone that appreciates me. But the reason why is because she doesn't think that she deserves it. Because we accept the love we think we deserve. She wants a nice guy, but she's going for the bad guys because the nice guy that possibly could give her what she wants scares her away. She just isn't fully ready. She will be. It's just all about patience and timing.
It is my experience that a lot of women will opt out of having like the full potential relationship that they really want with a partner that like truly matches their energy, right? And like, it's not that they're not like being met to a certain extent, like maybe the relationship is like secure, right? And like healthy, right? But like there's an element where it's more comfortable because subconsciously you don't feel as out of control. Like you feel more of a control in being with someone that doesn't like truly like inspire you and make you feel like, oh damn, like a high level partner, right? Because when you're with someone, when you feel like they're a high level partner, you actually have to feel like you're a high level partner, right? You have to truly feel secure within yourself and your self-worth. You have to feel secure, like, you know, and address fears of abandonment, like jealousy, you know, you have to feel secure and like potentially the relationship not working in the long.
These women are picking suckers and want them to be leaders. And then when they lead them down the damn dirt road, they get mad. Baby, you picked this nigga.
So it's the women that's picking the niggas now?
Yeah, y'all have to pick us. All we can do is try. When we see a woman, we
that's
try
what's
to
wrong. That's the thing. Y'all want to be pursued. Y'all want the women choosing y'all.
No. That's
what you're saying?
But I will say this: the women that pursue us treat us better than the ones we pursue. I can say that much.
What women out here pursuing?
A lot of them. That's why, and that's why.
Where they at? Where's y'all at? Where y'all at out here chasing these men? Where y'all chasing them to?
I don't inbox no women. My inbox is full of women. But what I'm saying is this. The ones that I have chosen to respond to, I notice that they treat me better.
You shouldn't be choosing. You shouldn't be dealing with women that chase you down and
that
all that
sounds crazy as hell. Women have always chased the top niggas since the beginning of time.
Top nigga? What? I just said you nigga. What do you get?
I'm a top nigga.
Here's the truth. Women say they want a good guy. But when you watch who they actually chase, it's usually the opposite. It's not about the guy being good or bad. It's about how he makes her feel. And in a world where everyone is bored out of their minds scrolling social media, boring but stable doesn't light the fire. So she goes after the guy who gives her that rush of adrenaline, even if it means heartbreak is guaranteed.
Who does she actually like the most? She likes the guy the most who doesn't need her. The guy who doesn't need her, or doesn't seem to need or even care if he has a relationship with her, is the guy that she likes the most. And that's why I'm telling you, I already know that this is counterintuitive to everything that you've been taught your entire life. And that right here is why I have the best channel right now to actually teach guys how this works. Because what I'm doing right here is breaking down the steps, how it actually works with female nature when it comes to emotional investment. The guy calling her and texting her first is the guy who needs her. Therefore, this is a guy that she does not want. So let's just recap this really quick. Emotional investment matters. Who does she invest into emotionally? She invests into the guy emotionally who has the highest status and the highest SMV. Well, who has the highest status and the highest SMV? It would be the guy that she likes the most. Well, who is the guy that she likes the most? It's the guy who does not need her or does not need a relationship with her. So you got to be able to be alone.
If you're a nice boy and you feel like you're constantly getting overlooked by women because of that, then this video is for you. Disclaimer, this video is going to be brutally honest because this is coming from a woman herself. I know how we think. Women go for the bad guys for one of two reasons. One is very deep, which is that they think they don't deserve better. So they're attracted to the mean guys that treat them like shit because they believe deep down that they're meant to be treated like shit. Or number two, which honestly kind of relates, the nice guys give them the ick. So they go for the hard to get attainable guys, which are the mean men. Like I said, these are both kind of related. So here's my advice to all of the really nice guys struggling out there. Keep being yourself. I hear all the time nice guys finish last. It is not a race, it is a marathon. At the end of the day, you guys are the ones that are going to get married and have amazing relationships for the rest of your life. Yeah, maybe you'll miss out on a teenage one-night stand, but the types of girls that are going for the mean, awful guys, you don't want them anyway. Unless, like the women, you think they're what you deserve.
I have a theory. You want to hear my theory? This is a dating theory that I just came up with. So, if you're an interesting woman, I don't care how attractive you are, but let's say you're an interesting woman. And when I say interesting, I mean like ambitious, smart, funny maybe, okay? You probably have pretty high standards as to like the kind of person that you would get along with. Not necessarily even in dating, in terms of friends, just in general. It is hard to find a person that will keep you entertained because there's a lot going on in your mind. You're not a simple person, you're sophisticated in that way. Now, when I think of dating, I think of it as almost like entertainment. You want to find someone that'll keep you entertained. You want someone that'll keep the plot going. You want someone that, like, whenever you spend time with them, you don't know what's going to happen next. And so if you are that category of woman, you're going to try to find a guy who always keeps you guessing. So whether that means he's super smart and interesting, or that means he's a total douche and doesn't actually like you and adds a lot of mystery and entertainment to your life, you will choose one of those two guys. Now, the thing is that there aren't that many guys in the first category that are interesting, funny, smart, ambitious. Most of the nice guys, at least, can be a little predictable and a little bit boring. And so you end up going for category 2 guys because at least they keep you entertained in other ways. Am I right with this theory? I totally think I've just uncovered something super crazy. What do you guys think?
Why do girls always choose bad boys? The simple answer is we are wired for survival. Let me explain. So in early childhood, if your father or your caretaker gave you conditional love, what happens is our nervous system and our bodies start to become familiar with receiving love that isn't true love, but it's conditional, meaning we believe that we're only going to be loved under certain conditions. And then what happens is when we grow up, those things don't change. We're still, as women or as girls, going to be drawn toward men who conditionally love us. So what happens is the girl's going to see the bad boy as fun and adventurous, as, oh, this is going to be exciting, but what she doesn't know is she's being drawn toward men who are going to conditionally love her, who don't really show her true love. Because if a nice guy was to come into her life, she wouldn't even be attracted to him. Why? Because she's drawn toward the familiar. Familiar equals safety. So if you're a woman or a girl or a lady who was raised in a toxic environment or received conditional love, you might notice that you start to attract men who seem to always be loving you in a conditional way. This means that you have work to do, you have healing to do on your own self, so that you can learn to accept and believe that you deserve unconditional love.
All right, fellas, this video is for you. I'm about to break down the difference between the so-called nice guy, the bad boys, and the king, and the types of women that choose each. So listen carefully. There's a misconception that women love bad boys over nice guys, but that's not the full truth. Women are naturally drawn to leadership, confidence, to a man who knows what he wants and moves with certainty. Even if he's toxic, the leadership quality and confidence is what draws her in. But let me be clear, it's not all women. It's insecure women, wounded women, and women who mistake chaos for passion. Women who confuse control with protection. Women who don't know their value or their worth. Those are the types of women that chase bad boys. And the so-called nice guy, he's not necessarily nice. He's passive. He waits. He avoids risk. He hides behind politeness instead of taking initiative. And most of all, he's a people pleaser. But people pleasing is not leadership. It's fear of rejection dressed up as kindness. Nice guys often don't have boundaries. They go overboard trying to please women while not standing firm in their own boundaries. Nice guys often miss all the red flags, and this is how they end up getting used and abused by manipulative women who can smell their weakness. A bad boy leads recklessly. He takes charge, but it's selfish, impulsive, and destructive. A king? Oh, he leads with vision. He protects. He decides. He carries weight, not just for himself, but for the woman standing beside him. A king leads with vision. He knows his worth. He's discerning. And he doesn't chase, he attracts. And here's the truth about women. Insecure women chase bad boys. Immature, manipulative women settle for nice guys. Not out of love, but out of convenience. They're just looking for stability, not connection. Queens, on the other hand, they choose kings.
Men who provide emotional security and display wise leadership will get the softest, most feminine, relaxed, trusting, guard-down, submissive, nurturing version of their women. This is true to the T, to the letter. This is true. I've seen it with my own eyes in multiple ways. This is where I've told y'all in some of my videos that the toxic guy loses every time to the real man, the quality man, the quality leader. And some guys like, oh yeah, you got to play these toxic manipulative games to keep women entertained. You got to do this. You ain't got to do shit. You don't have to do nothing. Why would you even want a woman who you have to do 3 cartwheels and 8 backflips and 10 push-ups to keep around? Why would you even want her to be around you or like you for those reasons? That's not thorough. That's not genuine. That's not real. This post like this is when I really learned in life that being toxic and playing all them dumbass manipulative games is not the way to go when it comes to getting women. This is how you want to do it. Being such a quality man and bossing yourself up, leveling yourself, adding value to yourself so much so to where you attract women. You ain't even got to go get women and chase women and do all this dumb shit. You attract women.
Why do women pick men they have to take care of? Great question. Let's discuss. I'm going to be really straight with you here because there's no soft or accommodating or appropriate way to put this. As a disclaimer, this is not the space for debate, so if this doesn't resonate with you, just scroll on by. When women pick men they have to take care of, this goes directly back to a childhood wound where they lost trust in the masculine. And the story behind it is typically something like, fine, I'll just do it myself. Or men can't show up for me, so I'll just do it on my own. And they take the role of the masculine counterpart in the relationship. This is also seen as mothering your partner. Now, what's wrong with this dynamic? Essentially nothing, except that when I have a client come to me and ask this specific question and finds herself in the role of the caretaker, defender, provider, or mother of her partner, her male counterpart, She typically comes to me because she's flat out exhausted, or their sex life has tanked because there is no polarity in their relationship. So going back to the story, if you actually dig even deeper into the distrust or the disappointment of probably a father figure in childhood, you will come across a issue of feeling not worthy of it. So deep, deep, deep down in this woman's system, she actually doesn't believe that she deserves a masculine counterpart to come and protect, provide, and defend.
So here's my question. How many bad guys does it take until a woman learns to stay away from that type? What do you think? Are girls addicted to the drama of bad boys, or are good guys just too safe, predictable, and boring? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And with that, I'm out.